What have you done for your recovery? Has it been a lot of PT, a lot of working with the medical staff?
Yeah, lots of PT, lots of treatment with the med staff, and slowly kind of working my way back to on the field stuff. Yeah, just progressing, making sure I'm doing all the steps needed, not rushing straight back into anything, and just taking it one step at a time.
Jake, when you saw the replay of it, besides it making you cringe, were you kind of surprised it wasn't more severe?
Yeah, so I've had people, medical people saying that, from how bad it looked, they're pretty surprised that it was just what it was and it wasn't anything worse. So I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully I won't be put in a situation like that again, and I'll learn how to tackle better. But yeah.
I don't think you even got credit for the tackle.
Probably not.
No, George got it.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, absolutely. Football.
Yeah, that's football.
Yeah.
It would have been, I know it's bad either way, but is it better that it was your kicking foot as opposed to your planting foot?
I would say so, just the amount of pressure and force that goes into your plant foot when you're planting, especially on kickoffs. That might be a little bit more difficult to recover from and to build that strength back up. So I think the fact that it is my kicking foot is probably a better thing.
Always been something I looked forward to, even in the preseason and stuff, honestly before, like in draft prep, just knowing that I was gonna be here and all that stuff, I was looking forward to be a part of such a great room, and then obviously learn from a guy like that. But just everybody in that room is exciting to learn from, so it's been great. I'm excited for him to be back. I know he's excited to be back. How hard he's been working, so I'm excited for it.
How do you hope to stay engaged and active in the offense, even if you're not going to maybe get the touches that you were getting?
I've said this plenty of times. I think the main thing is just how well Coach Turner prepares everybody. Regardless of the situation, you really never know what's going to happen. So, just being able to stay ready, that way, whenever my number's called, I'm ready for the moment.
Before this season, what was something about Christian's game that maybe you modeled yourself after or thought, okay, I want to learn to get better at that?
I would say change of direction. The efficiency in and out of cuts that he has is probably like none else. So, just continuing to develop that for myself, I'm excited to get to do. And I think, being able to watch him do that more and stuff at practice is, it'll definitely motivate me. So.
What'd you do with your bye week?
I'm a big routine guy, so I stayed around here. My parents have been to a couple games, so I didn't feel the need to go back home, so I just hung around here, got my body back right, and so I was ready to hit the ground running.
There's a temptation of younger players sometimes to get out and do stuff, so to speak, but not you.
I explored a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I just wanted to keep my routine. So.
Did you feel like you needed it?
I thought it was good. I think, just the older guys talking about how, the bye week couldn't have came at a better time. Getting guys back after this bye week, I think, is going to be huge for us.
Isaac, how much of a mentor has Christian been for you throughout this whole process in your first year?
He's been a great help. Even when he's been gone, being able to still ask him questions and stuff like that, has been very helpful. But you talk about mentorship just in general around this whole team has been great. I got guys on the defensive side of the ball who are helping me, whether it's off the field stuff or on. So I think that's been exciting. It's such a positive environment here, and I think that's what makes this team so special.
Did you feel his presence provided a lift? I mean, I know it was a short practice and everything, but do you think it was kind of jazzed that he was out there?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think you can feel it, just being able to see him out there, it's a different type of feeling. So, I'm really excited for him.
Did he break the huddle? Did he say anything in the middle of the huddle? I kind of saw him in the middle of the huddle.
Yeah, no, he broke us down a little bit. He always says he's a guy who doesn't say too much, but his actions speak for himself. So.
Is it nice to have Christian McCaffrey back on the field?
Oh, yeah, it's such an amazing feeling. See that 2-3 out there doing his extensive warm-up and, a million high knees he does before practice. It was great seeing him.
Stupid question, but, what could that do for this offense?
Offensive player of the year. So really could probably put him in any offense. It's gonna make him better. So obviously our offense is kind of tailor-made to him and some of his strengths. So it's definitely gonna be a tremendous lift for us.
Obviously, you had a lot of other good players on this offense, but how hard has it been just adjusting to not having all the different things that you can?
It's been hard, but it's hard every year, and I think that's the case for a lot of offenses around the league. So it's not one of the things you harp on and just sit and wish how much you had one person and this, that, and, we would have never heard about the Guerendo or seen the excellence of Mason if, Christian was probably healthy. So, there's some silver lining in some of that stuff. And now we know that we have, even without having Elijah, we still have a super deep backfield and improving.
Did you feel a jolt of energy with him back out there today?
Yeah, I was energized. It was a very short practice, so, we only had one team period. But, yeah, I was energized. Definitely super happy. Super happy for him that it turned the corner and he's able to go out and do what he loves again. Even had a glimpse of Greenlaw, out there sprinting around with a helmet on. So, they both of them, just seeing that got our juices going.
How have you seen Christian McCaffrey be a role model and a mentor for the other two running backs?
I think it's probably a better fit question for one of those two because I don't see him, all day, like in the meeting rooms where all the meeting of the minds is really going together. So, but I'm pretty sure he's one of those guys that always lends a helping hand in anything. So I can only imagine that he's been a huge help to those folks. But, I can't necessarily speak on it because I'm not them and I hadn't been in the room, but I can imagine so.
Trent, what does a few days away from the facility do for you physically and mentally, maybe through the season?
Yeah, like I said before, I had about 40-something days away while these guys were working hard in the sun. So, I didn't really need a break, so to speak. But, it's good. It's good for the team to get a reset, and kind of break the season up. But luckily, ours came pretty much smack dab in the middle, so we can look at it as two seasons. The first season we didn't get accomplished what we wanted to. We gave a few games away that should have been ours. So, we just looked to correct those in this quote-unquote second season. You know what I'm saying? So.
Did you watch the games, or what did you do for your bye?
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do if I have any Sunday off is to sit up and watch the games and watch everybody else go through those stressful Sundays because I know how stressful they are and how stress-free they are when you're not doing nothing. So, that's what I look forward to is watching football.
You start watching Bucs film too?
No, I didn't watch any Bucs film, but we get to watch it up close and personal tonight, so I look forward to that.
Trent, have you had a chance to reach out to sort of various, and how big is his football family during this time for him?
It's huge. It's huge. We all reached out to him. And just one more so than anything, just give him his privacy to deal with things that a lot of us can't even fathom.
Yeah.
So, much prayers, much love, much respect to him as always, and we all tapped in with him, but we all respecting his privacy, and we let him and his family get through a trying time.
Trent, you guys have won like 70% of your games after the bye under Shanahan. Is there anything that you can point to as why this team plays so well after the bye?
No, I can't, honestly. I'm not a big stats guy, so I don't really look at it like that. I can't speak to, I don't know. I don't know if it's anything to do with the bye. Maybe, as the season goes on, the games get more important. So maybe the heightened sense of urgency, but I can't really put my finger on just one particular thing that I think makes a difference.
Are you intrigued about what may or may not happen at the trade deadline?
Oh yeah, I'm always keeping an eye out on those timelines to see, because I know John and Cal, they are super aggressive and they'll do anything to better the chances of us being a winning football team. So I know if there's a move to be made, they're probably gonna try to make it, and if not, we got more than enough in this locker room to go to war with anybody. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm always pretty curious to see what those guys do around this time.
But it was shocking. It was good to see him because I haven't played with him yet, but just from watching the past few years, I know how great of a player he is.
These guys are giving you banter. Your other offensive linemen.
Yeah.
What's it been like adapting to them?
It's new because like anybody, when you go from being like a senior in college, like the older guy, back to being like a freshman, and I mean, you think you have a lot of wisdom already, but then you get here and you really don't. Like, I mean, these guys they do a good job just taking me in and kind of just teaching me things about football and really just about life too. So I mean, it's definitely I'm still getting used to it, but I love it.
You guys have still had such a good run game without Christian, thanks to Isaac and Jordan stepping up.
Yeah.
As a rookie, watching those guys make the most of their opportunity, does that inspire you?
Oh yeah. You talk about them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just as soon as I saw him get in the huddle in fall camp, I knew Jordan could do it, but because he's been in the league for a couple of years. But Isaac, especially, to see him kind of have his breakout game, it was really that run in Seattle. I think was like his coming out party. Like he was after that, he just started balling, and then this past week he did a real good job too. I think it just gives a good motive to a lot of rookies around the league, especially on our team too. So yeah, it gives me motivation.
And not to take anything away from those two, but when you get a guy like Christian back, does it feel like the offense has like another swagger to it?
I don't know yet, but everyone else has told me like he makes a huge difference. So I'm excited to see Sunday. I can't wait. But it's another game for me, so I got to do my job up front. I can't really focus on anything else around me.